Hey everyone, welcome to another unboxing, and for today I have Rose Masya. These are very interesting looking earbuds. They were recommended to me on the HeadFi community. I went there asking for good earbuds with good mids and good highs. I also like bass, but I'm not much of a bass head. Mids and highs are what are important to me, and these were one of the earbuds that were recommended to me. So they looked very interesting, so I went ahead and bought them, and I have them right here. So let's open them up and let's see what's inside. Alright, so let's start the unboxing with looking at the box first. So that's it from the front. From the side we get the brand, which is Rose. Right here as well, the model, Masya. Okay, on the bottom we get some specifications as well as a QR code. Alright, so let me take it out. So it just simply slides out like this, nothing in here. This is a nice looking box that says Rose on it. On the side we have Create Different. Again, we saw this. And on the bottom we have Design and Made in China. Okay, that's cool. Let's open it up. Actually, let me get this out of the way. Alright, let's open it up and we get this. Okay, that looks very cool. So inside, this is Chinese. If you don't speak Chinese, by the way, this says like, share and subscribe. It's true. Let me put this away as well, and we are presented with this box. It's a very interesting packaging actually, because the packaging feels very industrial, like it's kind of got a very homemade feel to it, this packaging, which to me is always associated with a good product, because when something is overly flashy, the packaging, I always feel like maybe the product is not so great, since they are trying to like package it so well. But this one means business. It's like straight to the point packaging. I like that. So let's start taking it out and let's see. Alright, so let's start with this. This is your normal 3.5 millimeter to a 1/4 inch adapter. It's nice of them to include this. Let me put this aside. Now, how do I take out this earbuds? Okay, they seem to be lodged in there pretty deep, but oh, okay. What seems to be is alright. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting packaging here, because the packaging peels off. So you take one layer off and you get full access to everything. Alright, so let's start with this. In here we have, again, very interesting packaging, but we have earbud covers. You get several pairs, and one of them is this rubber one, which is interesting. And also there is this like a clip-on thingy, okay, for your cable, and your usual, you know, the donut as well as full cover earbud covers. Okay, next we take a look at this. So this should be the cable. Okay, interesting. Let me put this aside for a second. Interesting box, says Rose on it. Okay, alright, so we have here two cables. One is this braided looking cable, which is clear, looks very nice, and the other one is this black cable right here. Let me put this down. So there's this two connections. That's how the earbud connects. It says left and right on it. Hopefully you can see. That's interesting. Let me put this aside as well, and there's nothing else in the box. Okay, so finally the earbuds themselves. These are the limited edition earbuds, Rose Masyas. These are the so-called wood grain edition, and this was the last earbuds I could find on the internet for sale. This I found on AliExpress, and there were the last 5 remaining that I could find, and the moment I bought them they all sold out as well. So it was very interesting. But after I bought them a couple of days later, I found out that there is a new version out, which is Rose Masya Pro, which also has a wood grain look to it. I was a little bummed about that, but anyway, it doesn't matter, because I hear that this sound really well. So let me show you the other one. They all both look the same, of course. There's the connector right here. Plus, I like the wood grain texture on this one more than the Masya Pro, which I've seen online. I've seen pictures of it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is let me show you them, actually both of them side by side. That's the look, that's how they look. Okay, so let me take a cable now and hook this up, and let's see what they look like with a cable on them. So for now I'm gonna use this black cable. I'm sure there are some sonic differences between this one and the clear one, but for now I just want to use this one. And here's the connector. It says a rose on it. It's interesting because the whole product has kind of a rough look to it. If you look at the connector, you see there is a, like right here, there is a like a scratch or something like that right there, and the whole product actually has this type of I don't know, rough looking feel to it. Here's the connector, and it says L on it, so the other one will say R on it, as you can see. So on the earbuds themselves, there seems to be no designation of if it goes this way or this way. So there is a little notch here on the connector itself. So, but I'm thinking maybe L should be outside. I actually looked at Google Images, and they seem to have the letter on the outside. So let's connect it that way. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so it goes all the way. Alright, so that's one done. L on the outside, and this is what it looks like. So let me do the other one, and that's the right one. Okay, so it feels very sturdy actually, and yeah, it seems like this is not gonna fall out very easily because it's very snug in there. And here is the look at the full earbud with the cable. So that's the cable and the earbuds. They look very interesting. I think I like how they look, even though I mentioned they look kind of rough as far as like plastic and the finish goes, but it's the sound that really matters, right? So I'm gonna put some the foams on this next, and we can have a listen to them. So I managed to put this covers on them, and they look pretty nice with this. I've actually never tried this, and they sit very snug, so very comfortable. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to them, and let's see how they sound. Okay, so I'm back with my initial impressions about this. I had to put on this covers on them because with the rubber ones the bass was almost not present at all, so I had to put this on. And here are my initial impressions. Of course, many people believe in the burn-in when it comes to audio equipment. Personally, I don't believe it that much, but either way, just take this as my initial impressions and not a final conclusion. So what I can tell you about this, the mids are the star of the show with this earbuds. The mids are very, very clear. I am actually very impressed how clear these are. I was comparing them to my set of Uwins, which I have over here. Let me grab them. Okay, so here are my Uwins. These are PK2, which I really like. These are great earbuds, and I've had them for years, and I've been very, very happy with them. But compared to this, the mids are recessed on this. This brings out the mids immediately. I mean, and the clarity difference between this and Ewins is very noticeable. Masyas are a lot more clear sounding earbuds. Hopefully you can see them. Yeah, so they're very, very clear sounding. As far as bass goes, they are light on bass, but that's as advertised. I expected that. So they have a light bass, not very boomy, but I'd say for me it's enough with this covers. With the rubber ones, they sounded very. There was practically no bass at all. So with this, there is a bass. Compared to this, I'd say with this covers on, and as you can see, this ones don't have the full covers, they are open. I'd say the bass is about the same, in quantity at least. In quality, I'd say, I don't know, I'd say they're pretty much the same as well. The treble on this is also very clear, but that one has more sibilant treble. You can see, you can hear more sounds in this one, which kind of, I think it kind of initially it hits you like it's better treble, but I think this one has plenty of treble and it's balanced. But the front and the mids, sorry, not the front, the mids are very front. And you notice that immediately when you listen to songs with like a lot of vocals in them, and they're very, very clear. These are a lot more cleaner and clearer sounding than this. When you compare them, this ones, I used to think that this were very mid-centric, and they had the kind of, well, not exactly mid-centric, but they had good mids, like good forward mids. But compared to this, when I listened to them, they sounded recessed. So that's that. But of course, these are just my initial impressions. We'll see how this goes and how my impressions change. And the audio, in general, audio preference for sound is subjective to a point. But I'm happy with this, and they are as advertised, as I asked. I wanted mids and highs, and they have them, and they are very, very clean sounding. I enjoyed listening to them for this 20 minutes or 30 minutes that I listened to them, and we'll see how they get on. So I may do like a later update on this to give you more impressions, but so far I'm very happy with this, and they sound really nice. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this unboxing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.